Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and appreciate you stopping by. So season 3 is here. It's been out for a couple days now. I have been playing, putting some time in to get some settings done. I did notice a difference in audio, controller feel, also graphics feel a little bit different. So I am going to share with you each area that I did change, and that way it can help you out. Always, I recommend to use these controller settings as a baseline or as a starting point and adjust according to your experience and what feels best for you by just putting time in and play. There isn't just one setting for everyone. It's going to vary for each user. So just keep that in mind, and I highly encourage you just put the time in, use this as a baseline. If it does help you out though, as a baseline, and kind of you notice your aim gets a little bit better or you just feel more comfortable in the game, go ahead and drop a like on the video, share with someone, and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll greatly appreciate it. We're on our way to 1,500 subscribers, and with your help by doing those things, we're gonna go ahead and get there in no time. All right guys, I don't want to take too much time. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it real quick. This is going to be specifically for the DualSense Edge. It has a purple precision ring and an extended grip, but if you're using a whole different controller, like an Xbox controller on Xbox or on PC, or the regular DualSense on the PS5 or on PC, you still could use these settings. I'm gonna give you some things where you could start as a template, like I mentioned earlier, and that way you can adjust accordingly to what feels best for you. All right guys, let's go jump into it. I don't want to take too much time. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go into multiplayer side of the game, just because I am using my mouse right now, just because I wanted to show you my controller, have them plugged, but I do plug it into my PC, and I highly recommend you plug your controller to your PC. Well, you have to use it. And then for the PS5 as well, plug it in directly if you have the DualSense Edge, because it's going to give you the fastest input. Do not forget to do that. Plug it into a USB port, specifically the ones that have the blue kind of like color on it on the USB on the back. You'll see it. It's a high-speed USB. Use that port, plug it into the DualSense Edge. All right, so we're gonna look into the settings. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my graphic settings. This is what I'm using. This is my monitor. I'm using borderless right now, but if you kind of have a lower end PC, you're gonna want to go exclusive. Okay, so I'm running borderless. This is my graphics card, 240 refresh rate. I did get a new monitor. So that's nice. I upgraded from 144 to 240 now. 2560 14x40, that's what I'm running. Brightness, I'm at 55 and it feels good right there. I do recommend running it a little bit higher just because the game feels a little bit dark. Everything else here is pretty much the same. I am running this efficiency. It just feels really good. And then I'm running my VSync because I was having some issues within Verdansk. So I did do that, and I have it on a custom 220. It's recommended to go 5 or 10 below your targeted range on what your monitor can handle, which is mine is 240. So I'm actually a little bit lower than where I should. I can go about 230. I probably was playing with it and I forgot to put it back at 230. But anyways, 230 is where ideal for me. So if yours is a little bit lower, then go a little bit lower. If your max is 200, then you're gonna want to go like 190. And then if you're 144, you're gonna want to go like 135 around there, a little bit higher. But anyways, just keep that in mind if that's more going into detail of the graphics of your monitor. Okay, let's keep going. We're gonna go to quality. You guys can copy this down. Have this on high because my PC can handle it. But if you have a lower end, I would suggest go low and low. That's gonna help you out. But I have it on high, and I can keep that one on low. And then the shader quality, this is supposed to be low, and that's it. My shaders recently reset, so that's probably why it moved a lot of different things. All right, view. I'm at 115 for multiplayer. If you could go play lower, go ahead. But I'm just comfortable at 115. That's where I've been playing at. And then 120, because I do play more Warzone than I do multiplayer. So I don't want to be used to just, lower field of view, because I do play at 120 on Warzone. So I just keep it at 115. It's a little bit smaller than 120. Affected, wide, least. These are two important things. I'm not going to go into detail every single area just because I feel I don't want to make the video super long, and I just want to point out the main things. All right, that's for graphics. Okay, very simple. PS5, it's very straightforward. If you have a 120 hertz monitor, take advantage of that. monitor and go ahead and run that 120. It's going to help you out a lot. This is my audio, what it looks like. So if we go into the audio, we are going to go here. Game master. I have 0, 30, 100, and then 0. I don't need to hear the music. I don't know if you want to, you can, but I have it off. All right, so that's my audio for that. This is my headset, Razer Black Shark V2 Pros. I have it plugged into my PC. It's right there on top. That's what I run. And then enhance headphone mode, turn this on. It's going to help out your audio quite a bit. I did try this out for just to see what it feels like. There's a 30-day free trial. So if you haven't done it, go ahead and scan your code and try your 30-day free trial and see what it feels like. I honestly didn't feel any great improvement, but I mean, it's there if you want to use it. This is the new audio mix that I feel that they put in. I don't remember this before. It could have been there. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't remember Sucker Punch being a audio mix. And I was using Treyarch, and Treyarch does not sound as good. It sounds very flat. You can't distinguish footsteps. So Sucker Punch is going to be the one you're going to want to go with. It feels a lot better. And I noticed it right away because of the audio, and if I turn the game on, that's the first thing that stuck out to me, just because I'm a music guy. I like audio. I play piano, I play drums, and I like audio. I know EQs, I know high, mids, lows, and I'm very familiar with these different EQ like numbers like these down here, which I'm going to go over in a little bit. I'm very familiar with these things. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that noise, but I'm very familiar with these EQs, and it just kind of like sounded way different. But Sucker Punch sounds pretty good. I would recommend this one. Mute off. You're gonna mute the license. I do, but you don't have to. I turned this on just because I tried that 30-day free trial. And then you're gonna want to go down to here, and again, make sure you do the 250 hertz and the 500 hertz. But that's pretty much it. I turn this on. You don't have to do that, but I do. And then now we're gonna go to controller. So controller, I am on the DualSense Edge with an extended grip and a purple precision ring. Keep that in mind. So I'm at 160, 160. This feels very comfortable for me. At times I do bump up to 165 once I get playing. I get kind of like moving around, and 160 starts feeling slow. So ideally I do go into 165, 165. That's where I normally play at. If I go down here, it's 265, 99. I had bumped this up to like 90s, 95, which is going to help you kind of stay on target a little bit more, but your movement's going to be a little bit different. I feel like the movement on Warzone is a little bit, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels different, and I feel like you need a little bit faster input. So I went down to 65, and I'm comfortable right now where that's at. If you do have dead zones, stick drift within your dead zone, so your controller, this little thing will start moving around like crazy. If you do, you're gonna want to pick these up. Okay, if you don't, you're good. So 2.2 is where I'm rocking. That's what I got. And then I don't have anything here because I'm using the backstops on my triggers. And then also within the DualSense, I have a setting to where I could put it 0:1 ratio, so I don't need to touch any of this. All right, aiming. Sensitivity multiplier, I am running at 1.00, but it's locked in because I use a custom aim per zoom because of what I'm using on my controller. But you don't have to do this. You don't have to use a custom zoom. You can use just this one, and you're going to lower this one down to like 0.90. 0.85 feels really good, but right now I have it at 1, and I'll explain why in a minute. I do turn this one down just a tad, 0.95. It's your multiplier focus, so it's when you're focused in when you're aiming down. So we go down here. I am running dynamic, and I'm running it at 1.00. I did test it at 0.00, and it feels exactly like linear. There's no difference. Running linear at 1 feels exactly like dynamic at 0.00. It feels very, very similar, but I like 1.00 still. It just feels very comfortable. I've seen different videos, people saying put this at like a slope 0.80 or 0.70, but honestly, I would just leave it at 1.00, make it consistent. These are very hard to test unless you have hardware within a PC to test these slopes, and I don't have that, so I'm not going to recommend moving these around. If anything, just go to 0.00 with dynamic, but then you might as well run linear, or just 1.00, which I recommend this. That's what most players are using. Most pro players are using this. Instant is what I use. Custom per zoom. Here's my custom per zoom. So 0.95, 0.95, 0.95. Last season I was at 0.90 and things feel a little bit different, so I did bump it up a little bit and it felt better at 0.95. And this is my high zoom. I know it's a little high, but because I have that purple positioning, kind of limits my range, and I have an extended grip, which is still kind of allowing me more range at the same time. So, but that's where I'm comfortable at. You don't have to use this. You could just leave it at 1. If anything, you don't have anything on your controller, you're just using the regular controller, leave it at 1. I think that'd be best for you to do. But for me, because of what I'm rocking on my controller, just feels really good. But 0.95, I was rocking 0.90. Now, if you don't have the this, right, you don't have this, you could turn this off. Custom presume you don't have the precision ring and extended grip. You just want to run some this right here. I would recommend going to 0.95, 0.90, and 0.85. Anything under 85 started getting really slow between ADSing and un-ADS, for me at least. It felt way too slow. When you're getting down to these 60s, it's pretty drastically slow. You will feel it a little bit stronger as far as aim assist, but it's not really aim assist. It's more your controller's not moving, your stick's not moving, because you're lowering the sensitivity multiplier. So I would recommend moving this down, not too low. I wouldn't go past 85 in my opinion, but then again, do what feels comfortable for you. Okay, so I leave it at 1 just because I am running a custom per zoom. That's just how I like to run my stuff. That's what I like to do. 0.95. Put this back before move things around, and that's my controller settings. Hope this video wasn't too long. Here's the other movement stuff. They did make a adjustment to movement. It does feel pretty weird. I am using hybrid still, but I've been testing things out with hybrid. You can't really slide to prone no more. Like you should be able to hold it and you'll go into a lay down position. You can't do that anymore. You can hold it, you'll slide, but that's it. To lay down, you have to let go of the slide, which is my back button, and then lay back down. It's crazy. But anyways, these are the in-game settings that I have for Black Ops 6. If you want to see everything, there's everything I'm using. Anything else that I missed, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer you as fast as I can so I can help you out. But I'm going to show you the DualSense Edge. So if you're here for the DualSense Edge, this is for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and plug my DualSense Edge into the PC. And we're going to take a look at this application. I'm going to go ahead and bring it over on my screen so I can see it. All right, so DualSense Edge, Modern Warfare 3. So I'm running 0 to 1, 0 to 1. X and O on the back buttons. So if you want to run a curve, which I did feel that felt pretty good, if you have a purple precision ring and an extended grip, I would go to -5. Okay, it felt very quick, but if you do this, keep in mind your in-game settings are gonna have to come down, and I'm gonna show you that right now in a moment. Let me finish through this part first. So -5, the higher you go up, the faster it's gonna go, because you're cutting it. You're cutting to reach potential max. It's gonna be so much sooner, and just adjust, just play with it and see what feels good. But I played every single one in private matches, every single one in public, and all these felt way too fast. No matter what I did in the game, then it felt too slow, so it didn't match up. It didn't line up good. So if anything, start at -2, -3. If you don't have a purple precision ring or extended grip, start at -2, -3. If you do have that, go down even more, and it makes it more of kind of like a flat line, but it just works well. There's something about it that works very, very well. And I'll show you in a minute. Another one, you can run quick on this side as well. You can go, I will leave it at 0, just to give it a little bit more quickness. But if you are going to run this, I recommend this one for sure. And I'm going to apply it for now so you can see. So I'm going to go back into the game. Let me hide this window capture. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go to here, and it's gonna seem, well, on my mouse and key, hold on. Let me switch this over, controller. Okay, 165, this feels like super fast, which doesn't feel too bad, but it does feel fast. Feels a little too fast where I have to like adjust a little bit more. So what I would recommend is, since we're running that that curve on the right stick, right? Did we apply it? Let me make sure I applied it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we did. Okay. All right, just want to make sure. All right, so if you're running that, I would recommend coming down to like 150s, 140s. I think it was 145 is where I felt most comfortable. It still felt decently fast, quick, but not as quick to where I can control it. See, I was like a little bit more on target. I don't have to make as big of an adjustment. Like when I make that adjustment, it's just a tap. Quick does work very good. It's a little bit more snappier. You get a little bit more control. It's just a matter of playing with it, what feels comfortable to you. I have been using this in a couple games, so I would recommend trying this out. This is gonna work well, and let me know what you think. You don't have to run it, but if you are, go to 140, 145, just because 165, it's gonna feel okay, but it's gonna feel pretty fast. And at least in game, when people are actually moving around, because right here it's easy, it's different. It's a standing target, it's not really hard to hit. But when you get into that hitbox, because it's so fast, it feels still really fast when you're in that hitbox. See how it feels like super, like, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels fast when it slows down, because it's supposed to slow down quite a bit, but it's still like really fast. But I fall off target, I notice, a lot faster. But when I drop it down, I didn't fall off target as fast. It just feels a lot slower, and it's just a feel thing. It's just experience. It's a feel. Try it out on your rig, on your PS5, whatever you're using. Try it out. Let me know what you think. But 145 felt really good. Anything under that felt a little too slow. And that's what I would recommend if you are going to run that dead zone, and which I have been using. It's working pretty good. But ultimately within Warzone, I feel that, and multiplayer, I feel like running the controller still at default was a little bit better than running that quick on the right stick. Not that running quick on the right stick is necessarily bad or it's not good. It's good. It's just, I feel default is a little bit better. I at least had a better experience running at default. You might have a different experience. You might be better than me. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. About skill level is just comfortability, what feels good to you, and how you feel. I hope this wasn't too extensive. It's pretty long. I know I'm gonna try to chop up the video a little bit, but this has been helpful. Go ahead and drop a like on the video, share it with someone, share it with your friends that are playing season 3. Let me know what you think about season 3. I do want to make a video on my perspective, what they could change, and I would like to hear your guys' perspective that are within my community. If you're not part of the Goozy community within my YouTube channel, I would like to hear your guys' input and just what do you think about Black Ops 6 and the new update in season 3. All right, guys, I don't want to take too much time. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.